Good morning, I'm Ilka Oster.
Morning, I'm Joe Drennan.
We've decided to go live because we're doing a topic this morning that we just think the mowing man in the back is a perfect example of what parenting is like. Just when you think the kids have gone off to sleep, just when you think everything's okay, you can finally relax, something happens to change it.
Yes, we were ready to click go live, and then he turns up, and the guy with the whippersnippers just ahead of us, and I said to Ilka, no, we've got to wait. No, we just do it because that's what life is like.
Yeah.
It's messy and it's chaotic sometimes.
And that is what we want to actually talk to you about, that we talk about this word conscious parenting or awakened parenting, and people think, oh, you know, those people must have their life together, or they really must have everything worked out. And I would say it's almost the complete opposite, especially when you first come to start to wake up to some of your childhood conditioning, all of those kinds of things. It can be actually quite
confronting,
very confronting,
challenging, look messy, look like like the family breakfast that you had recently.
Yes, definitely.
Perfect
and
family.
We've been living this lifestyle for a very long time, but we go out to breakfast. It was my birthday actually, and we were just trying to have a bit of a schedule for washing the dishes in the house because all the kids are home, and it was like everybody has their opinion, everyone's loud, people are turning around. Well, I mean, it wasn't too bad, but it doesn't look calm and peaceful like people probably think it might. So there's negotiation, there's all sorts of things that probably don't happen where things are more under control.
No,
You know?
that's it. And we tend to have control when they're younger, perhaps. But then as they get older and seek autonomy and independence and finding out who they really are, well, then the challenges come. But our point is, because, well, that's what I did. I certainly had a great deal of control when they were younger. And the poop hit the fan when they became teenagers. And we had a very controlled environment around emotions. And that's what we're saying, that when you first step into this kind of living, it can be really challenging in the beginning when you, like for me, it was facing my emotions, expressing my emotions and not judging my emotions. It's very challenging when you learn this new way of living.
Are okay.
All emotions are okay. That's crazy. Hi, Susan.
Yeah, hi. And yeah, mowing guy, it is a bit annoying, isn't it? But this is exactly what, it's just such an amazing metaphor, like the mower guy in the background. It really is, because this is what conscious parenting is actually like. It's like always looking at yourself, always, asking questions a lot about your child's behaviour and why is this affecting me so much? Like asking yourself about your triggers. It is a constant kind of mess of working things out and letting things go. I mean, I use my tapping process a lot, so I'm doing that every day as well to help me with my emotions.
I've found that the opposite, like dealing with the emotions, my emotions can be very challenging for me. However, I've also lived life on the other side as, trying to keep at a very flat level, and man, that's boring and grey, and that can only last for so long.
Yeah, well, people do it until they die, though. It is possible to actually not start to wake up. It is possible to get to 70 or 80 years of age and really be just still on the treadmill of life, just doing your normal stuff, and perhaps have really kind of flatlined as far as your emotions go. But the conscious life does not look perfect by any way, shape or form of the imagination. I think, but it looks alive. I think that's something it really does look like. Yeah.
Yeah, and real, and sometimes you don't want to face it. Sometimes I want to shut my eyes and not face it.
Yeah, that's something that you're going through on a basis. But I think once you actually choose, one of the things about choosing this kind of lifestyle as well is that there's kind of no going back. Once you start to be awake to some of your childhood conditioning, where things are coming from, you start to see the world very differently, and you start to see that other people have their own conditioning too, and the judgment comes out of things. It really starts to be just a matter of working on yourself all the time.
Oh, all the time, yeah.
In the mess and chaos of it all.
Letting go of judgment is a big one, and not going to judgment of others' differing values, differing behaviours to
and
mine.
even your children's differing values and behaviours, because they definitely will have them.
Yes, and allowing them to have those different values
and then working
and behaviours.
on stuff that comes up for you when they do.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we hope we've busted a bit of a myth about what conscious parenting looks like, what awakened parenting looks like. If any of you out there think that it's this, amazing life where everyone just
peace, love, joy, happiness all the time. Oh yes, we could go. I've sometimes wondered if I could be a monk and go and sit in a cave and be alone, and I think I could do it for a substantial amount of time, but wouldn't be facing my emotions. You'd just be avoiding. I'm very good at avoiding.
Me too, definitely. Yeah. But once you start to be able to realise when you are avoiding, then you can't stop doing that.
It's difficult to go back. So thank you very much for joining us, even with the mowers in the background and whatnot.
Hope it didn't remind you too much of what it's like to be a parent.
Yes.
Here he comes again.
Yeah, and thank you for pushing me on to just click go live rather than wait for perfect.
It's not going to be perfect, guys.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
We'll see you next Wednesday morning. Have an amazing day and inspire someone today.
See ya.